Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. Welcome to those of you who are new here. We've got over 1,700 audios available for your listening pleasure in a variety of topics here about old school and new school wrestling and all points in between. Show opens with a tag team grudge match and Hit Row, Ashante the Adonis, Top Dollar, and Isaiah Swerve Scott, and B-Fab defeat Legado del Fantasma, Real Mendoza, Joaquin Wild, and Santos Escobar via disqualification. Escobar interferes by hitting Top Dollar with a chair, causing the DQ. Angle alert. Anyway, grudge match. They start brawling, and things go into a basic tag match. Top Dollar displays strength and power. He takes Wild out quite a bit. Tide turns Escobar using a distraction and low bridge by Mendoza sends Adonis to the floor. Legado del Fantasma works over Adonis through the commercial. We get quick tags, double teams. Hot tag to Top Dollar, and he cleans house. Escobar then smacks Top Dollar with a steel folding chair, and the referee calls for DQ. Escobar continues his assault post-match. Escobar hits Top Dollar a few more times with the chair, and then Escobar sends Top Dollar crashing into the steps. Legado del Fantasma turns their attention to Isaiah Scott, and they make sure he gets hit with the chair too. And then the grill is stolen out of his mouth. This is just goofy. Anyway, Top Dollar eventually gets his feet and quickly, angrily, B-Fab jumps in, hits Wild with a chair. Top Dollar strikes shotgun dropkick on Escobar. Adonis takes down Mendoza. Scott gets a little bit of revenge. General Manager William Regal brings a team of security guards out to watch over Samoa Joe. Security is supposed to keep Joe and Karrion Kross away from each other until TakeOver. Dexter Lumis is here. He's drawing scary, creepy pictures. Recap of Ridge Holland hyping his return. Ridge Holland with Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan defeats Ikemen Jiro, which they were pushing him for a little bit here. They are not anymore, it appears. Jiro gets fed to the monster, and Hero lands some strikes, and he does the sports jacket thing. Holland counters, sending him over the top rope and crashing into ringside. Holland then throws Hero into the barricade. Holland suplexes him and gets him back in the ring. Then comes up with the most dastardly thing he can do, which is he's tearing the sports jacket off. Holland tosses the jacket out of the ring and fires up. Hero then manages a suplex by Holland, and Holland ends the match with a power slam, follows up with a win. Pete Dunne cuts a promo after the match on behalf of Holland. Dunne warns Thatcher that Holland's there to knock his teeth out, and Frankie Monet is upset that she lost last week in a tag match with Jessica Kamea. She goes after Robert Stone and Kamea, and they want to talk about it all. Monet then blames Stone and botched interference for the loss. She then said Stone and Kamea are used to being losers, but Monet doesn't even know what that word means. Monet then says the group is a work for her, but needs to be rebuilt in her image. Anyway, goofy promo and a waste of a person who is closing on the end of her career because she's close to 40. I mean, maybe she's got 5 years, but whatever. I mean, why waste this talent with inconsequential stories? Anyway, Roderick Strong with the Diamond Nine defeating Bobby Fish. Strong pins Fish after a really decent match. They easily could have built it for a couple of weeks. Strong looks strong and winning, no pun intended. Lots of good grappling at the outset. Match goes to commercial break early. Strong is reeling, and during the break, Strong gains upper hand. Fish fights back, and Show returns from break. Strong then strikes him down. Comeback by Fish, bunch of kicks, and includes a mule kick, and Strong cuts off Fish with a backbreaker, and that's obviously what Strong's known for. They trade near falls, and Strong gets 2 count. Fish comes back with a kick this time, and roundhouse leads to a near fall. Fish comes back with a high risk move off the ropes, distracted by Diamond Mine, but Fish shoves him over the ropes. Then Strong hits a jumping knee lift. Strong follows up with a falling backbreaker for a pinfall. Grizzled Young Veterans James Drake and Zach Gibson defeat LA Knight and Cameron Grimes. Obviously, they're teaming because they're still doing the Butler thing. Drake pins Grimes after the bout, and it turns into a 2-on handicap match. Knight refused to tag in. That's not a big deal. Knight makes Grimes wrestle in the Butler outfit, and Knight also makes Grimes start the match off. Knight soon tagged in when Grimes hits Drake, and when he has him under control, Knight is soon getting his butt kicked and tags back out. Grimes then leaps into the ring with a flying crossbody in the Butler outfit, which is funny. Blind tag allows. Drake comes in and nails Grimes. Heat on Grimes. Knight refuses to tag in. Grimes is angry about that. He throws the gloves down in anger, and Grimes takes off his coat. He motions for the GYV to bring it, and then they bring a double team. Grimes makes his own comeback. He nails Drake, catches Gibson with a running Spanish fly, crossbody block for near fall. Grimes then singles for the cave-in, but is outnumbered. Grizzled Young Veterans with double team finisher. They called a Ticket to Mayhem. Drake pins Grimes for the pinfall. Ted DiBiase's here, walks to ringside, and helps Grimes up. DiBiase tells Grimes he had to figure a way out of the situation with Knight. Dakota Kai is in a vignette explaining her turn on Raquel Gonzalez. And so Kai blames Gonzalez for being selfish, and not a bad promo there. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae cut a promo saying they want what's best for Indy Hartwell. Gargano vowed to end Index for good. I guess that's Dexter Lumis. As for next week's NXT face-off between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, with Cole possibly leaving the company. Not sure if this really matters. It certainly won't in a month or two anyway. Trey Baxter defeats Joe Gacy to advance in the breakout tournament. Baxter pins Gacy to win the match. Baxter moves on to the semifinals with Odyssey Jones. Baxter hits a 450 stomp and before showing the pinfall short match. Goofy skit with Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. They're together in a restaurant. Shirai orders. Stark orders in English. Shirai in Japanese. Food comes and it looks like squid. Stark is unsure. She tries to ignore being unsure. She acts like she's eating the food, but Stark spits it into napkins and threw it on the floor. Stark ate too much wasabi, and it was way too spicy. Shirai hugged the waitress, and after she brings him the bill, she goes for a hug, but Shirai pushes her away and gives her the bill. Anyway, Indy Hartwell is love struck ahead of the main event. And then we go to NXT champion Karrion Kross stormed into the arena, calls out Samoa Joe. Joe comes out. Security tries to hold him back. They're no match for him. And he tosses them aside and storms into the ring. Security bumps and feeds for Joe, and he gets rid of them one at a time. He glares a hole through the camera. Joe lets out a yell and leaves the ring. A prime target video package hyping the upcoming title match between Walter defending the NXT UK Championship against Ilya Dragunov at the upcoming TakeOver 36. Cruiserweight champion Kushida said he'd give Roderick Strong a shot at the title eventually. NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez breaks her silence next week on NXT. Also announced Ember Moon versus Sarai. First time match between the two. Ilya Dragunov will be in the arena and announced for next week the face-to-face with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. We go to the main event, which, gosh. Anyway, so Gargano pins Loomis. Loomis and Hartwell get together anyway, so the match really doesn't mean anything. Indy Hartwell comes out to ringside during the match. Loomis goes underneath the ring at one point. Hartwell goes under the ring after him. Candice comes to ringside. Gargano gets dragged out, and Hartwell is holding on to Loomis, so he's dragged out too. The match goes through picture-in-a-picture commercial break. Gargano removes his headband, and Gargano also tries a hope spot, but doesn't get there from here. Come back by Loomis, and the show returns from break. Bump and feed by Gargano, and Loomis is going nuts. Gargano cuts him off, executes a tope. Loomis counters with a slingshot spear, and Loomis uses a Falcon Arrow. Loomis then leaps over the top rope, but does not land on anything promising. Eats a super kick for near fall. Gargano is countered, and Loomis signals to Hartwell that he's going for an elbow drop off the top. Gargano rolls out of the way. Loomis misses the springboard elbow. Gargano applies the crossface submission, but Loomis gets a rope break. Hartwell gets on the apron and distracts Gargano. Loomis then schoolboy roll up for near fall. Gargano kicks out and sends Loomis crashing into Hartwell. She then is knocked off the apron into the arms of LeRae. Loomis then goes outside the ring, check on Hartwell. And Gargano catches Loomis with a swinging DDT onto the floor. And Gargano follows up with a one final beat. And Gargano covers Loomis for the pinfall. Gargano and LeRae try to make Hartwell leave with them. Hartwell turns and she dashes in the ring. Hartwell tackles Loomis with a Fez press. And then they embrace and they kiss. And Loomis made out for a while with her, and everybody is happy, I guess, as the show closes. We'll be back with more right after this.